Yes boys, welcome to another video. Welcome to another video to the channel. Today I'm gonna break down my story on how I went from $0 per month USD to now reaching 20k per month in USD at just 18 years old while still going to school in Sweden, Malmö. So I'm a little bit sick if you guys cannot hear me as good as you want to hear me. But yeah, everything kind of started when I was really young. You know, I didn't start with business young. When I was young, I always played sports. I wanted to be the best at everything. I played football, tennis, handball, pretty much all sports growing up. I'm really grateful for that. I did that. So how did everything start? So when I went in the 8th grade, Henry Tate started popping up on my For You page with his online money stuff, you know, make money online, buy supercars, live wherever you want, stuff like that. And that's kind of how everything really started, you know. So I actually purchased his mentorship, was in it for a couple of months, made zero money, and after that I told everyone about it. So after that I kind of just, you know, quit, just gave up. But I still had it in the back of my mind, and I went to 9th grade, the same as there. I didn't really like lock in on everything. I told everyone I was locked in, but I was never locked in, and so wasn't making any money. And then I reached, you know, in Sweden we have something called gymnasium, and I reached gymnasium. It was summer 2024, and that's when I started that. So that's when I kind of still had that in the back of my head, you know, like it wasn't really fulfilling me going to, you know, school normally. So I went that first half year, didn't really do anything, and then 2024 Christmas came around, or like early January 2025, and that's when actually cameraman behind the camera, he was doing online business as well, and he was doing something called faceless pages on Instagram and TikTok, and he was making like 3k per month. I thought he was balling, you know, like he was crazy. He's laughing right now, but he was crazy in my opinion. So I thought he also like described it as easy money. So that's kind of why I started, you know, doing that. So I started doing that January 2025, and I just copied him straight off. Everything he did, I did it. Like everything he did. And I thought I was working hard because, because I was putting in the work, posting pretty much every day. But I made no money doing it. And I did it for around like 4 months. And then after that, I already covered it in another video, but like these UK kids started just popping up on my For You page, cold calling. Like, I actually know some of those guys right now. But they actually just started popping off everywhere. So that's got me interested into the agency model and how that worked. So that's when I started my proper agency. I started doing like cold outreach, and to be fair, actually like one of my first outreaches, which is still insane to this day, actually landed my client, and he paid me 3k first month, which is crazy. This was like in May or like early summer or during summer, and he paid me like 3k first month, and it wasn't really like a marketing client. It was more like I was a high-tier closer. I was like working for him like every day, many hours, calling leads, booking them in. He actually owns one of the biggest HVAC companies in Sweden. So that's kind of my first initial client. The reason he paid me like 3k first month was because the other ones that were supposed to be doing what I was doing, they were taking holidays. So kind of during that summer, I became a little bit complacent. Wasn't really like doing more outreach. I was still putting in the work. Also, just want to mention, I also document my journey like since beginning of January. Started really popping off there in like summer with the cold call videos. But that's like, I didn't do that much cold outreach during that summer. But yeah, like in August, that's like kind of when reality hit me, because now the work I'm doing there, I'm going to school, so people actually started coming back, and all my money they got paid me every month, but they were gone now. So I had like pretty much no clients, nothing. So that's like kind of when I realized, okay, actually now I need to lock in, sign more clients, you know, truly lock in. And that's kind of when I started doing outreach daily. I think I posted like during that period, August to December, I like posted cold call videos pretty much every day. You know, they were blowing up in Sweden, and that's kind of brought me to, you know, I put in so much work in that period. I didn't even make that much money, but it brought me my first couple of clients. I really put in the work, you know, with the cold calls. That was super hard. I went to school, straight off school, went home, hit the phones, you know. But yeah, and then kind of January 2026 came around. And this was time, right? I was making like 2K per month. I had a couple of clients, pretty low quality clients. And I really understood, okay, if I want to scale this, I need more clients, I need a more predictable system. Because I can't be cold calling every single day. I need a more predictable system. So that's kind of when I really started paid ads, and paid ads then turned into like a crazy machine for me. So I started paid ads from my agency, which brought me so many clients. And that when I really did that with the paid ads, I think I did that for around like 3 months. I started like in January, something like that. I actually posted a YouTube video when I actually go watch that when I did my first recording session with paid ads. But after like 2-3 months, a little bit under 3 months, I was at 10K per month, at 5 figures per month. And then obviously now I've been able to, you know, experience nice things right now. We're in the limo right now, and I've been to Marbella last month, booked a trip to Italy with some other great entrepreneurs in October. I'm speaking at masterminds, stuff like that. So it has brought me great things. But what I want to say, that I reached like 5 figures per month like in April, and then after that, now it's beginning of August. I still did with the paid ads and scaled that in Sweden now to 20K per month. So that's kind of how my story looked like, how I got from, you know, proper zero to 20K per month. So no overnight success at all. This took me a lot of time to build up, and it all started, you know, really when I was in the 8th grade, you know. But yeah, to be fair, like when I properly started my agency to now reaching like 20K per month took me a little bit over a year. But it's a long story at the end of the day. So what I also want to tell you guys, like, nothing is really, it takes time, you know. So that's kind of how I reached, you know, managed to reach 20K per month. So that's kind of my story, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Show them to you, bro. Show them to you. Crazy, bro. These experiences, to experience this young, is everything, you know. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, and follow me if you obviously want to start your own agency and scale that to 10K per month. Peace.